So Lil Tay came out a short time ago and said that she is still alive and kicking after this massive controversy about her and her brother potentially being, on the other side of the river. But it turns out that, in my opinion, that this was a ruse entirely just for social media presence. For her to relaunch everything and show her new songs, as we'll find out, in a bid to just get not only the largest launch that she can possible, but the most amount of money, and it's just disgusting. It really does ask a lot of questions about this situation, with the main question being, why would you morally do this? So let me show you all this because there's so many levels of wrong. Also, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. I'm Jake Baz, and unfortunately this is Lil Tay's revival. I really do feel like there's so many levels of wrong to this. So I'm sure you all remember Lil Tay. Come on, you do. The fake rapper, traffer, lambasted around town with fake 10, £20 notes. And I mean, for most YouTube channels, she was kind of like the next best thing, like for rinsing maybe not for actually what she's doing. She was just this fake created character of this 11-year-old that is pretentious and stuck up. But especially around like lockdown time, she was crazy. It was crazy how big she was. To say that she had no redeemable features whatsoever. But yeah, she just seemed to vanish out of nowhere for a couple of years. There was a lot of controversy around it, which I'm not going to touch on. But the last thing that happened to her is that she came out as alive because her and her brother were apparently in a bit of a bad situation. Don't know what I can say on this platform. Lil Tay. Confusion as rapper says she's still alive after Instagram, announcement. A statement was shared, more than 3 million followers that described her sudden, tragic passing. It also claimed her 21-year-old brother had passed, but offered no explanation as to how this occurred. And apparently she said she has been revoked access from her Instagram account. And this is what I initially think, because it has been said that she has been popped off. She's not here anymore. And obviously things like that kind of bring the person back to the present day, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't matter how irrelevant you are, but you see like massive actors and stuff that whenever they pass, you get a BBC front page news article on it. And the way that this was also shared sort of gave some sort of secrecy to everything, which only makes people want to grasp further and find out what has actually gone on with this person in the case of this Lil Tay. But yeah, so she's good, which, I mean, obviously in this scenario would be a very good thing. But as I said earlier, it seems that this was kind of all a ruse. And it turns out, at least from what I see, is that this entire controversy was manipulated and created by the family or whoever is running Lil Tay's accounts. Because just yesterday she came out with a music video, and not just like some offhand like indie just like by yourself sort of music video. It was a full-on music video. Choreography, dancers, like fast cars, like everything. And to me, it really stinks. I'm going to show you a couple of bits of this, but like, be wary that she has just turned 16, and some of the stuff in this music video really gives me the creeps considering that.
Money, 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 money. I just can't look away from it. I want it, want it, want it.
So to me, this kind of seems like she's just trying to harp on the fact that she did this thing when she was younger. She's trying to keep the gimmick going. I mean, it feels very cringe the way that it's been put out there, but who am I to judge? And when I look at the production of this, it just makes me laugh that like someone in a boardroom has probably just said, no, you gotta get the money, in fucking Mr. Krabs style. Like, it's ridiculous.
Looking bags and big diamonds, dropping racks on my island. Got a touch like I might have. Touch it, love it, love it.
Wait, shit, yeah, I didn't even realise it's called, like, the entire song is called Sucker for Green, and the reason why it's called that is a sucker for money. I am a fucking idiot, and the only reason I found this out was because I was scrolling through, I was like, she's not wearing green in any of this, but yeah, it's because of fucking money. I'm so daft.
When you try to leave, I got you paralyzed. Fall for it every time. You got me screaming at the top of my lungs. I must be dreaming.
I really wonder how much the backup dancers got paid for this, because you would have to pay me a considerable amount of money to be in this sort of video. Makes me think of like a millionaire's son's or daughter's day out, because like she's just in a garage with a load of fucking £1 million cars, with some random people dancing with her, and they do not look happy to be there at all. There's no facial expressions. They're all just so vapid. They're gone.
You got me tripping off that look in your eyes. What you do to me? I'm a sucker for green.
So I'm a little bit perplexed. I don't really know what to think of this. Like, the production on it is actually pretty good, but I mean, with loads of other YouTubers that have been pushing into music recently, it kind of makes sense that it would be a lot easier for her. And I mean, she doesn't even sound bad at all in the entire thing, even though she doesn't try to do anything spectacular at all. And I mean, when you can spend a day in a millionaire's mansion with about $15 million worth of cars, with 7 backup dancers, I mean, finding a good producer is not going to be hard for you, is it? You'd be surprised at like the level that people can get to just on a bit of auto-tune and a bit of vocal mixing. And the song itself, well, it's corny, innit? Like, it is corny. It's a very corny video. But I guess with people like this, they just try and jump on the gimmick. Like, that is all that she's known for, essentially, for being this girl on the internet that was just money obsessed. So it seems now that she's kind of matured a bit. Now she's 16 years old. She's not going to be arrogant with it. She's realised that money's actually a real thing now. But she's still going to be a bit weird about it, making an entire song on the premise of a massive gimmick, which you gotta respect it, but come on, you're a bit better. Like, if I were going to produce music, the first thing that I would do is make sure that I am as far away from this YouTube channel respectfully as I possibly could be. You just want to cut off all senses of abnormality. You want to come across as normal as possible. But yeah, playing on that gimmick of, oh, I'm a sucker for green, like, just give me the bag. I promise you as well, this is not intentional. I didn't mean this. Just because it's the same colour, don't panic. Yeah, I also noticed in the description section that this is written by her and her brother. So it's wrote by her brother. Come on, it's wrote by her brother. It can't be. It must be. And this is the thing, right? So you're telling me that within 1 month of them both having this massive deal that went on that hit headline news on like BBC. Worldwide it hit it because she was so massive. Even though nobody had heard of her in a while, she was still so massive and the entire thing was shrouded in controversy. In that 1 month that they were away, they've managed to produce, write, choreograph and do everything here after being shaken up by all the problems that have gone on social media. Well, no, obviously not. That's not the case. Obviously just my opinion, but considering that the brother and her wrote this and they were both the ones that had issues, I would go as far as to say that this entire thing about her not being present in the room, I don't have to say it on YouTube, that whole idea must have been fake. And it must have been faked by both of them or by the family. Which, I mean, like, the one thing that you shouldn't even try and play with for attention is that kind of thing. So why would you ever do such a thing? And I think this is proven even more right when, like, the hashtags in the description are hashtag comeback, hashtag now. Like, yeah, oh, we're on the comeback. Yeah. So you're telling me 2 months ago you were 6 foot under, but now you are back. You're not only back, you're choreographing a fucking music video. Like, oh, no. And I mean, it seems a lot of people have managed to catch on to this. As you can see in the comments on her video, like, a lot of people aren't falling for it. We making it out alive on this one. We making it out the casket with this one. Bro, clutch the gulag. And this comment kind of permeated with me the most. The way that she's actually talented and could go so far if her family weren't such weirdos. She definitely needs someone genuine to support her corner. And I mean, she's not talented. Honestly, I trust you. If I have her budget for this music video, I could do something that was fucking much better. But I don't, so I won't be doing that. You won't see me doing that. But her family clearly have orchestrated this idea that she was not in the room with us now, and she's now alive. And within that short point, it's all just a marketing stunt. And there's nothing worse that you can try and promote via doing something like this. And I mean, it's also even more so obvious. Like, looking on her Instagram now, we fucking broke the internet. We broke the view count after 5 years. Fair enough, you did. It's on like 1.5 million. But that's probably because people were just so astounded at the fact that you actually were coming back within this time frame. But not only that, with a music video, it just seems so wrong. And also conveniently to post merch on her Instagram. My last merch drop made and signed in 2018. Can't believe this is the last of what's left of 2018. Life was good in 2018. I don't think I need to tell you this, but obviously this isn't merch from 2018. She's not just had hundreds and hundreds of different t-shirts just sitting in a corner that were signed from 2018. This is a calculated launch where she's just relaunched everything. And she might have some leftover t-shirts maybe that she needs to get rid of. But this is all going to be brand new merch. Especially with the way that these kind of sites work, like Shopify. She doesn't have to touch anything. Shopify will do everything. So it is just a lie, this. Like, this is new merch. And I mean, the irony of selling this Lil Tay Clutch the Gulag hoodie, like, just fucking brilliant. Like, she actually did. Like, fair play to her. And this is obviously another reason why it's fake. Like, the first 500 orders signed in 2018, there is no way that you just have 500 exactly just sitting on a corner. Like, this is not real. But I mean, Christ, some of the stuff on here is just wow. Like, what? Registered flex offender? What the fuck is this? So maybe she's just running out of money and she just needs something to push, or she's trying to promote this kind of career. But I don't know, with everything that we know about the situation, it just seems it seems a bit fishy. Like, the family must be colluding in somewhat. Whatever's going on here, it doesn't seem right. Like I said, you shouldn't be promoting stuff like this off the back of stuff that you've done. I just find that the most disgusting thing possible. And I mean, at the end of the day, she is a 16-year-old girl. Like, this probably is the entire thing to do with her family. And that's really unsettling to me. When you have 5 million followers on Instagram, like, obviously you're going to have a massive pull to things. And I wouldn't be surprised if the family have tried to stick around in that sense to try and get as much money as they can off of her, even though they've had issues in the past. So watch this video if you want or not, but I mean, I wouldn't if I were you. I've given you enough stuff, and to be honest, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. But yeah, I've been Jake Bars, and this has been fucking horrible. Take care.